A lot of the coconut trees have
rat
metal
band.
bands.
The
What are
rat
those
band.
for?
Rat band.
Rat?
Rat band.
They have rats that run out there.
Oh yeah, live up there and have their babies, and they eat every coconut up there, and there are no coconuts. You won't find many of the trees anymore because they don't harvest the coconuts anymore. The ones that drop, they just burn. Old people will cut them, and there are some people in Tahiti that make soap and nice perfumes out of coconut oil, but not like it used to be when that's all there was in these islands. Nothing but copra groves, coconut groves. And the French brought in this band, I forget what they call it, part tin and part something else. It doesn't rust. It's about like that. And there's a certain height they had to put it. And they got paid for each one they put up. The French gave them the tin, and then they got paid for each one they put up, or it never would have gone up. Now, over a period of 10 years, they take a little bit out of the copra each time, and the money comes back, which I thought was real clever. You'll also see on the far side of the island, it'll be up on stilts. You think, God, what is that? Look, there's just a roof. It looks like a roof and a platform. And that's where they would put the copra. And then the sun would work on it during the day and dry it. Then at night they would shut that in case it rained or dew or anything. But that's all there was. There wasn't anything else. If you didn't have a coconut plantation, you didn't have any money. You had to catch fish and grow taro and taru.
It's quite difficult to open the coconut. How do you...
You have to have a stick, very sharp.
Sharp stick?
Very sharp stick, and you hit it like that, twist.
If you go on the...
Hit it, twist. You go on the picnic.
Picnic, you'll learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Or machetes work very nicely. Fiji they use the machete, and they're right into it in no time at all.
That's easy to do. That's right. And a lot of people, like anybody working on the farm, they just take the green one and pop the top. They just cut the top off and then ring it. But getting the husk off so it looks nice so you can sell it in a store, you gotta husk it.
The big kitchen knives we have up there, they work. It takes 42 minutes. 42 minutes you can get into it.
Yeah.
Completely have it cleaned down and drinking that milk.
If you need help next time, just give him a sharp stick and he can crack the whole thing.
Very
I worked with Bruno to open the
He's learned the ways.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tahitian can do it so fast.
Bruno can do it quick.
Oh, yeah.
God, it just bang,
Pop it
bang,
about 4 times.
bang, pop that
Stuff
husk
just-
right off.
We have seen on the way lots of... I don't think
Probably, if in that case, they drank it, then they cut it open and ate the soft, very, very soft inside. Like the ones in the market in the United States, Tahitian wouldn't go near. That's copra. Here, it's a drinking coconut. It's green. It's very delicious. And then when you finish, you cut it in half, and it's a very, very soft, almost like cotton candy in there.
Really? I always thought that was the premature ones, and what you couldn't even.
Well,
drink.
that's a different. That's the ones that have started to grow, and they've just got a little coming out the top. Yeah, you cut those open. That'll be a solid cotton candy. I shouldn't have said cotton. I should have said custard on the green ones. A soft custard.
So you could actually spoon it out?
Oh yeah, just softer and soft. It's so delicious. It's unbelievable.
Do they have any of that on the picnic?
You try the really airy stuff, the stuff that's like cotton candy.
Yeah, that would be the one. Up
Then
here,
they'll
there's a
cut
guy
the
that sells
coconut,
fruit
actual
and
flesh.
coconuts every day. He's up about 100 yards.
Okay.
Walk up there and
Yeah,
grab one.
that's a
are you
good
going
thing.
Yeah.
Taking pictures.
Well, that's
Does
right,
he
you guys
borrow
are
the
taking
sharp
pictures.
stick too?
So, Mark, do they grow sugar cane on this island or not?
I see it growing around different places. Years ago, they had they grew it out at the far end of Tahiti, and I can't think of the name of the rum, and you wouldn't know it anyway. And they used to make a rum rum Clement. And that's the Tigris Euphrates of an undrinkable drink. That's where undrinkable started. God, it was awful, but it was cheap. And it's the same area that this came on after the guy that did cotton during the Civil War. A Scottish guy came over and started cotton at the end of Tahiti because all of the ports were closed in the south. We closed you all up, remember? And so there wasn't any cotton getting to England, where all the big machines were. And he came in and started. Then after that, then they put sugar cane out there and did this terrible rum. But they do have one good one. That Tahitian rum, the dark Tahitian rum. It is just very good. Nice. But, if you haven't brought enough with you, like Captain Morgan or something, you can get that, and it's not that bad. Pretty good.
Do they do coffee at all on these islands?
When we came, everybody did their own coffee. Every house had a little patch out back.
Oh, wow.
But now everybody makes so much money, you can get a can of instant, which I buy, being a Scotch Jew, for 600 francs, and it's good for a month. So a Tahitian is not going to pick coffee, dry it, and the French put in little machines where little thing you could crank and take the husk off, but then you roast it, etc. Not anymore. The gals on our farm that we had cleaning and pulling weeds would come in and pick coffee and wild tobacco. I'm sure back in the valleys there's some, but it's cheap now, the instant. And they have a really good one. A lot of people take one back, all Tahitian coffee. I can't imagine it growing here. I really can't. Maybe they grind it here or put vanilla with it or something. It's an awful good one to take back. I don't have the patience to get up and want to do it now. So you get hot water and throw it in. And it's drinkable. The Tahitian is going to put a lot of sugar in his coffee. He has a big cup that he drinks with both hands. It's about like that. It's a soup bowl, small soup bowl. And I was sitting someplace and watched a guy, and he had his cream in there, and he started putting in tablespoons of sugar. I was just mesmerized. He got to 9 and stirred it and tasted it and put in 2 more.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Bread, sugar, and coffee.
With 9 spoons of
Sugar.
Yeah. And when you're young and running and everything, then you stay petite and gazelle-like.
We have seen yesterday quite a lot of them, but they were
sorry.
able to move quite well, the bodies, during the dance.
Most of them should live on the South Beach diet, but it's not going to happen. When you can go out and get bread for 50 cents, and red raw sugar doesn't cost hardly anything, and instant coffee, that's your breakfast.
Red raw sugar?
Yeah, it's got a great flavor.
Where do you get that?
At any of the stores.
I'm just asking for red raw.
You just go in and ask where the sugar is, and there'll be the white, and next to it's the red raw sugar. God, it's got a great flavor. Great flavor.
Take some of that.
Yeah, they prefer fish. Like you see the kids or people catching little things like this, you think they're going to throw them away. No, they're going to eat those. They're going to spend a half an hour taking the scales off and cooking it and getting that much meat. But any type of fish, they're crazy for. Like coming in the evening, I usually pass up here in front of the market. There's a guy that brings in his fish and hangs them there. And everybody stops when they're coming from the ferry and picks up a bonita or a skipjack or a mai-mai. I'm sorry.
Oh, we saw him this morning.
Yeah. This morning?
By the supermarket?
Big one? Oh, over here?
Yeah, just right over here.
Probably small ones, huh?
Yeah, they weren't.
Yeah, okay. They catch those at night.
Oh.
There'll be a bunch of them out catching now. Especially on Saturday night, the lagoon's usually full of, you'll see lanterns out there, guys fishing, because they can sell those. They sell them for 1,000 francs a string, and you sell 8 or 10 strings, you got 80, 90, $100. Tahitian will buy any fish. There has never been a fish presented that I have presented to a Tahitian that wasn't the best fish in the whole world. Including a stonefish. Oh, that's number one. My God, that's number one. So they eat and love anything.
What's your favorite fish here?
I like, well, if they can get it, it's one called Mecca, which is a broadbill swordfish. We used to buy big chunks of it. But I like all of them. I like skipjack, I like bonita, I like anything coming down the pike I'm happy with. As long as I'm just not much into the bones of the lagoon fish. Oh, you got to have a lagoon. Yeah, I need that like a colonoscopy. I really don't need one of those. But any of the fish on a menu in these restaurants, from Mecca, then there'll be skipjack, which is toiveri, and then there'll be ahi, which is almost the same as Hawaiian, except it's 2 A's. It's tuna. But anything like that, they're good. And they also have one that looks like a sunfish, big, big, big. And that's a type of salmon. But it's very tough to cook. A person really has to know how to cook it.
We have tried the raw fish, which is marinated, and it was very tasty. Is it a special sort of fish which is used?
They like, for the marinated fish?
Is it done from any fish, or is
No,
it a special
well,
sort?
Possibly you could make it out of anything. They prefer tuna.
Mm-hmm.
If they can't get tuna, then they like the mai mai.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the fish is firm. You can't be a soft one like I forget what they're called. They like skipjack, but the very best is your red meat tuna. That'd be a yellowfin tuna. The white meat tuna is good also, but that's the bluefin tuna, which wouldn't make any more sense to you than it does to me.
So if you order fish in a restaurant,
No, cook.
okay.
Yeah. If it says poisson cru, which is French for raw fish, and it isn't raw because they put lime juice on it, which has a quick effect of like cooking it. And if you've been to Mexico and had a ceviche or something like that, and a lot of people just love it. I have it for breakfast. I can eat it every single day. I like it so much. But some people got a mental thing on, raw fish. My God, like eating pork tartare or something in that order. Yeah, we've really been hitting. We had, out of Romania, this had been back in the 60s. You weren't that old.
No.
In the 60s, there were 2 couples that stayed with us at Hotel Bali Hai, which is now Moorea Pearl. And every day they'd come out early and have breakfast and then sit on the beach. Then have lunch and then sit on the beach. And then sit on the beach and have dinner and go to bed. And we said, in 1960, things were still kind of in turmoil over in New Europe. And I said, how did you ever come up with the money to come this far? And he said, we're smugglers. They smuggle Levi's. And they made a fortune. And so they came to Tahiti. A friend of mine did a movie, and one of the big stops was a surfing movie.
Yeah.
And it was called Endless Summer, and part of it was done somewhere up the coast in South Africa. And then he did a one 20 years later, and came up over the hill where it was just pristine and beautiful and wonderful cove and just solid houses. Just when you get sun and sand, that's what you get.
They always die.
Sometimes they just have a weak one and they die because the cats don't touch them because everybody feeds the cats, don't you?
Very guilty.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
So cute though, the babies.
Everybody.
Oh, I know, aren't the babies cute?
They're babies?
There's 3 of them over there. If I could catch it, I think I would take one of them home.
I said the same law, said I'll take all of 3 of them.
The government got all mad because they were calling it the shark feeding picnic, and you're not supposed to use the word shark anymore. So.
Why?
Government. Government can do anything they want, as you well know. So they don't want the word shark because they figure it's going to scare people.
Oh,
Friday and Saturday, the old Tahitian stuff. It's tough to get old Tahitian music because the kids like that boom, 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 boom. And the pomutu music is great. It's a very strange strum on a ukulele, and the guitars are pretty much played right straight up. There was a family when we got here that were just spectacular. In fact, one of the sisters played in Lebanon when it was still a good place. And the other was called the Tarangi family. They were all knockout musicians. We bought an old defunct hotel that was going down like a one-egg pudding. And the guy was a strong politician. We said, we'll buy your hotel and bail you out. You get us permission to stay here.
Aha.
There are a number of Americans. We have 21 Americans on the island. Just had a ball. And then the real fun for us was 70 to 73 when the only hotel we built from scratch was Huahine. And that was fun, really fun. We had a big old house, 10 or 20 of us lived in with double bunk beds.